Hi everyone, I'm back, and I got new glasses. Do you guys like them? I think they're pretty cute. It's kind of crazy to think that it's already been a year since that music rewind video, because I think that was my second video ever, so it's been over a year of the channel too as well. But here we are, back again with my Apple Music rewind. Not a Spotify rewind, because I don't use Spotify, but this is good. What I lose in a colorful infographic in the form of a false Instagram story, I gain in like a 10-minute YouTube video where you have to give me your undivided attention, which I honestly think is a plus. So let's just jump right into it. I don't have a calculator on me like last time to calculate my minutes, but I did that beforehand, and I'll tell you how much it is this year. I have listened to a little more music this year than last year. However, I will say I feel like I haven't listened to that much like new music in the last couple months for some reason. But regardless, this would translate to about 20,820 minutes, which hey, is pretty substantial. Like, I think it's in the average range for what people are posting about their Wrapped. Scrolling down now, I have taken a look at this beforehand, but you're gonna see that the top 10 is almost all Brockhampton songs. For some reason I just really sunk my teeth into the whole album. Like, for the next 2 months I listened to it like constantly, which I know in comparison to some other people's stats is like minuscule, because I've seen one of my friends have 900 plays on a song, which I think is bonkers. But yeah, I surprisingly don't listen to like a crazy ton of music. I feel like I listen to an average amount of music, and a lot of it is Brockhampton. Yeah, so that explains the whole top like 10. I do think all of these are very good songs, like 1 and then 3 through 8. Don't Shoot Up the Party I really enjoy. But yeah, it would have been cool if Quinn by Ali was my top song though. I mentioned it in the August faves video, but Ali's new album Maybe Next Time is like really good. Like, a decent handful of those songs like really struck a chord with me, especially Quinn, because I just love how the whole progression of the song is, and it's just really cool. I may or may not be doing something related to that song sometime soon, which you will just have to wait and see, among other things. I do personally have a lot I want to update you guys about the channel itself and like my future plans, and keeping up with certain videos that are not out right now, but I will do that after the music bit, so we get this out of the way. Well, not out of the way, it's the whole point of the video. Really, honestly, I don't I feel like I almost talked too much in the first rewind video, because I feel like I have far less to say about all these songs. But yeah, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. I liked Roadrunner. I thought it was really cool. In my Brockhampton rankings, Sat 3 is still at the top, but I think this would be the second, because it is more cohesive than Sat 3, and it has some crazy bangers. Quinn by Ali, very good. Please listen to Maybe Next Time. It's a very good album. Ali is a supremely underrated artist, because like they just popped onto the scene pretty recently. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they've got going on in the future, and they just dropped a new song as well, which I think is also pretty cool. I just listened to it once though. So yeah, let's dig deeper, shall we? Ghost Town, like I made this little playlist thing called Stupid Love Story. If you play it in sequence, it is supposed to sort of have some sort of a narrative about like a bad relationship, a breakup, or something like that. And so this was the last song, because I feel like it has the same quality where like you're driving off into the sunset with your friends, but you're kind of sad, but you're kind of content. Yeah, so that's why I played Ghost Town a bunch this year, and I had a bit of a yay phase. Yeah, and then here is Musician, some more Brockhampton songs, and then Musician. I loved Nurture by Porter Robinson. Finding Nurture this year has been like really good for my brain. The whole unbridled positivity of it really spoke to me, because a lot of music tends to either be sort of ambivalent or sad, and so just to have such a bright, joyous, well-produced, lively feeling album, it was great. And I mean, Musician as a musician also hits. Like it hits different, you know? Porter himself is like untangling philosophical questions in song lyrics, and to sort of take advice from someone who's been in the biz and gone through a lot, I think is really valuable, and it has been really helpful. It got snubbed so hard at the Grammys. I'm so sad about that. Yeah, and then there's ETYG by Ali, which was the first single from Maybe Next Time, which I discovered, which was also really excellent. And then Hottie by Brockhampton, which I will just stand by because that song is unbelievably good. It was on my list last year too, so you know the vibes. Then, oh sweet, I Thought You Wanted to Dance by Tyler. But that's funny that that's my top one. It's also the longest one on the album. Crazy. That's actually really cool. Yeah, and then Baby My Phone by Yummy. Really good. I haven't explored Yummy online the rest of their discography, but that song is also really unbelievable. I think I'm realizing I really like sticky, sweet pop songs like Hottie and Baby My Phone. So yeah. Count on Me, I won't lie, it grew off me. I don't really like this song very much. Moving further into the list, there is Listless by Ali and then Ghosts by Ali. Ghosts is another one of my super favorites. I think I like it more than Listless, but they're both really great. I think Quinn and Ghosts are my two favorite songs on that album, and then The First Time Memo. It's an amazing moment on the album. Texas is very good. Great single from James Ivy. Oh, I should describe these songs. Right, hold on. I guess a lot of these are just pop songs. It's straight up. All the Brockhampton stuff is hip-hop mixed with pop. The Ali stuff is indie rock. Kanye is I guess hip-hop, but that's a very broad sort of genre term. Porter Robinson is also pop, but more electronic. Baby My Phone is kind of trap, even trap you might say, as a old college professor describing SoundCloud rap. That's the sort of tone I want you to envision me talking to you in. Yeah, and then Texas is also sort of electronic pop. Porter Robinson and James Ivy did go on tour together, so I'm sure there is some sort of musical similarity between the two. Otherwise, why would they be on tour together? So I think if you like Porter Robinson, you like James Ivy, or vice versa, or if you've never heard of either of them, just check them both out. They're great. I really like them. James Ivy has sort of a early 2000s pop punk lilt to his music, which I also really enjoy. This is less so like that, but songs like Pushin' Through It and Sick are really phenomenal. I know I highly recommended Sick last year, and I still do. If you listen to any of the music on here, I will be very happy. And if you want to talk to me about it, leave a comment down below. And then Bleach also is just a phenomenal pop song beyond anything. Some more Porter Robinson stuff. Ghosts is on the more pop punky end of Ali songs as well. And then Superman That by Injury Reserve. That song drives me nuts. I love that song so much. I love the production on it. It just slams your ears, which I love so much. They did a bang up job, those boys. R.I.P. Grogs. And then Face Shopping by Sophie. Really hard sort of electronic PC music, hyper pop banger, which I feel it sort of speaks for itself. And then here's What's Your Name finally. And then That's On Me by Mac Miller. But rest in peace, Mac Miller also. Circles is really great. And then Chain On is here because I got burnt out from that song from doing a cover of it, which I almost cringe at, watching it sometimes, because I don't know if I like the video that much, but I do like my flow on it. I don't know if the content is the greatest, but I like how it sounds more than anything. So Violent Crimes here again from before, and then Montero, probably the biggest song in the world for a couple weeks in middle of 2021, so I feel I don't need to explain it to you that much. But yeah. And then Feel Away by Slow Tie. Iron was a really phenomenal album as well. I really loved that. That was on loop earlier in the year. It's a hip-hop album where the first half is all bangers and then the second half is all sad boy songs, which I think is pretty neat. And then Rise is another big favorite from Camigel or Camigel. And then Industry Baby also obviously spectacular. And then Let Me Die by Savage Gasp, who I discovered after listening to E-Girls Are Ruining My Life by Corpse Husband. Though I think this album is pretty good. Long Halloween I think is pretty decent. Let Me Die I do like a lot. It's a fun song. It's a hyperpop song. After that is Believe What I Say by Kanye West, which is quite good. It's super funky. Then when I say the title, the song immediately jumps to mind and it gets stuck in my head. Hot Wind Blows, also phenomenal. Ditto by Aries. What could I say? It's sort of an indie pop song almost, or indie plus pop. not indie pop. There's a difference. Yeah, I love Aries. I do have to check out his new album. It's in my list. I will hopefully be listening to a lot of new music in December after this whole Wrapped business. And maybe these albums will show up next year in maybe next year's video. I don't know if I'll do another one next year, but it could be like a little tradition. Some more Porter Robinson songs. We've got Hot Wind Blows. Yeah, Slugger. Sounds pretty good. Immaterial. That's a great pop song. I think it's probably one of her most accessible because it's just a nice bouncy electro pop song, but with like a PC music twist. Oh, and then Flat Earth by Clowncore I got to know about after reading Chainsaw Man, and then one of my friends sent me this edit of like a Chainsaw Man intro sort of thing, and this song was playing, and it's really phenomenal. I really, really love this song, and like the whole Van album by Clowncore is really, really, really great, so you can check it out. It's pretty short, I think, and all the songs like go by fast, and they have really interesting changes. Like Computer is also a really big highlight from that album. And then I had a mild Mitski phase where I listened to Bury Me at Makeout Creek and First Love Late Spring. It's a very like sad boy-ish pop song. I don't want to say sad boy, but you know. I don't know why King of the Fall freestyle is up here so high. I feel like it's like okay if I remember it correctly. But yeah, Astrid by Glaive is also like a really great like pop song, come hyper pop song, because like it bounces so hard, it's crazy. I love it so much. 24 by Kanye West is just a gospel song, honest to God, honest to the Lord. Then Johnny by Brockhampton is here, a little surprise appearance from Sat 3. And then Self-Immolate by, wait a second, is that me? Yeah, I can't believe well, I guess 15 times is not that much, especially like when you've made your own song, but it's kind of fun that it's like around the middle here. Corso's great, Safari's great. Funny thing about Safari is producer Jay Versace, 1, follows me on Twitter, which is really cool, but number 2, roasted the shit out of Self-Immolate on a live stream one time.
That voice was not giving it. Y'all should have left that instrumental. It's either you have the talent or you don't.
And I'm not gonna lie, it fucked with my head for a while. I do still stand by Self-Immolate. Like, I love that song so much. It's also so funny that I've played it just as many times as Safari. That's really, really funny. That was brutal, like, just to have it play for a couple seconds and then just be demolished. Like, no hard feelings at all. Like, if you have honest feedback about a song, then might as well offer it. But yeah, that was a funny thing. Glossing past that, a very sad song. Also, this is funny that it's Last Word of a Shooting Star and then Last Star back to back. Last Words of a Shooting Star is such a beautiful and gut-wrenching song. It's very, very heavy, but I really, really love it. I was also considering doing a cover of that sometime. Last Star is in direct contrast to a really bright, peppy song. I love James Ivy. Hurt by 1-800-PAIN. 1-800-PAIN is in my mind one of the most underrated bands out right now. Please listen to their music if you like very heavy angry music, or if you like Death Grips, or if you like 100 Gex, because they're so good. Francis Forever is really great. I guess like if you like First Love Late Spring and the description of that, you'll like this one. Meat Grinder by MF Doom. If you haven't listened to Mad Villainy, I feel like you just have to, because it's like one of the greatest albums of all time. And then Miserable America and Runner, also really great songs, to be honest. I really admire sort of the idea of American Boyfriend and some of the execution of it, because I feel like with that and the inception of Brockhampton happening at the same time, a lot of those ideas kind of got mangled together into like Billy Starr, even the like Kevin Abstract movie. But yeah, I like the idea of like a soundtrack album, which is like very high concept, but it also has just really great songs. And I think American Boyfriend is kind of ahead of its time, to be honest. And then more Savage Gasp songs. I think maybe Boy Mount Silver might have that like orchestral ending. That one really resonated with me for some reason. But yeah, in general also they're really great like hip hop, like light poppy, hyper poppy songs. Right by Mac Miller. Funny that that's here. I don't remember specifically choosing the song very much, but yeah. Vex and ADHD, also some really great highlights of Tyrant. And then these are some returning favorites from last year as well. You Weren't Enough and Fantasia. I've been listening to them pretty much since they've come out, like very regularly, because for real, they're some of the like greatest songs I've ever heard of all time. And then I think Bad Friend charts here because I put it on the Stupid Love Story playlist. What and NHS are also here. It's funny that they come in like the hype and non-hype pairs like this, but yeah. Hardwad Body by Christian Lee is freaking phenomenal. Like, I was also considering doing a cover of that one. But yeah, that song is like, that also sort of feels like it could like end a intense scene in like a coming of age movie. And then Night Red Dance. I like these two songs, they're pretty good. And then Good News and Circles ends my 99 top songs. Thanks for sticking with me through all that. I know it was a lot, so I appreciate you sticking through that. And if you didn't, and if you maybe skipped to the following section, I don't blame you. These are the songs I listened to a lot this year. All right, let's take a look at this one. 318 different artists. That's pretty crazy, actually. That is a pretty large number. Check it out. So we've got Brockhampton, 37 hours. Not surprising, because I streamed Roadrunner incessantly and still stream Saturation a good amount because I like the songs. Please Don't Shoot Me. Kanye. I also listen to Yeezus a lot, so that combined with Donda. Also Donda being just a massive album on its own. Kanye's number 2. And then Porter Robinson, because I also looped Nurture quite a bit when it came out. The Creator, same thing. These top 5, I just looped their records like a crazy ton when they came out, so that's why they're up here. I'll leave links in the description for most, if not all, of the major albums that I talk about or want to recommend. Car Seat Headrest also. They've got to be in my like top 10 for probably the rest of my life, to be honest, because Twin Fantasy, Teens of Denial, How to Leave Town. I couldn't go a year without listening to some of those songs, and they're really phenomenal and they hold up. I feel like these top artists also say quite a bit about me. I don't know if that's like good or bad, so it is what it is. Mac Miller, obviously, listened to Circles a crazy ton this year. I also did listen to American Boyfriend quite substantially for a little while, hence Kevin Abstract right here. Slow Tie from Tyrant. Idols also had a really great year. I did enjoy Crawler that just came out. I think it's pretty cool. There are some sort of like okay-ish songs, but I like the more interesting, different, pensive moments on the album. I think it's a interesting change of pace for the band. And also I just listened to Ultramono and Joy as an Act of Resistance quite a bit because Joy is also one of my favorite albums of all time. Sophie's up here. I listened to her discography a lot this year. Savage Gasp, same thing. Rina Sawayama, The Bestie. Hashtag Parasocial. I do like her a lot. I love her as like an online personality, or a public personality I should say, and as a musician. Makes phenomenal music. Mitski, Dead Kennedys. I listened to Plastic Surgery, Disasters, and then blah 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 a lot. I just looped that randomly this year. Like, I haven't listened to much Dead Kennedys before this year. Great album. Nazi punks can indeed fuck off. Underscores also, please listen to Fishmonger. That album is really great. I feel like I stumbled upon it recently. Had I not, it would probably be higher on the list. So please listen to Underscores. Their music is really great as well. Placebo. I just found this one Tumblr like web weaving post where they like posted lyrics from their first album, realizing that it was like a rock or like a punk classic. I just looped that for a long time too, and there's some really great songs on that. Injury Reserve, 5 hours makes sense for Phoenix, which I feel like I should listen to more. I should listen to a lot of things. Like, there's very notably a lack of the new JPEG Mafia album on here, mainly that. What else I didn't listen to the Billie Eilish album. I've been meaning to listen to Absolutely by Dijon. I've been meaning to listen to When Chai Met Toast just because I know they're big. I don't know why I haven't listened to them. Zach Fox album I need to listen to. I needed to listen to the new Lucy Dacus album. I didn't do that. That's as far as like not listening goes, and then I'll mention the snubs on this list so that you can check them out despite them not being here. Injury Reserve, James Ivy, The Skinny Legend, and 21 Pilots. Also, kind of Skinny Legends. I didn't like their new album very much, but I do still love them. Trench is very good. So are some of their old ones. That's why they're here. Now, moving on to my top albums of the year as far as streaming goes. And ta-da! Nurture, Porter Robinson. That is my album of the year for sure. Definitely. I think it is put together really well, sounds really incredible. Yeah, I don't know, it's just great. It's phenomenal. It's also just like generally, I would rank it as my album of the year, having not heard what I just said I didn't hear. And Call Me If You Get Lost, absolutely valid. Maybe Next Time by Ali, that's very, very cool. Donda by Kanye, that's funny. Long Hell, that's crazy that that's number 5, but I guess I did listen to it a lot earlier this year. Then there's Tyrant by Slow Tie, that's cool. Yeah, Plastic Surgery Disaster / In God We Trust, number 7. Bury Me at Makeout Creek, number 8. American Boyfriend, number 9. And Circles, number 10. I am very pleased with this list. I feel like I'm like a refined normie this year, as far as music goes, but I guess that's fine. Refined music normie, you know? I'm sure like if you're in the scene somewhat, you've heard of all these albums, except for maybe Next Time, which again, heavily recommend. Please check it out. It's so good. Yeah, and then I don't need to tell you about Donda. I'm sure you've heard a crazy ton about it. Listen to the Mitski album if you're feeling like being sad for a little while. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've just heard a crazy ton about the rest of them. But that's my top 10. I'm actually very pleased. I think also the color schemes of all of them go really well together. What I wanted to mention was, of stuff I did listen to this year, the Good Grief EP by James Ivy was also really great. It's just short. It's like 4 or 5 songs and they're all bangers, like certified bangers. Dirt is very underrated. It's a very soft moment, and I feel like I haven't gotten that much from James Ivy. To Hell With It by Pink Panthers, also really great album as like her debut. Some of the like deeper non-single cuts I love Just For Me. Like I think I mentioned in my last video as well. But Just For Me is a really great song. It deserves to have blown up to like a astronomical proportions on Tink Tonk. All My Friends Know is really great. 19 is really... Oh, the lyrics in 19 are really great. They like hit really hard because I'm almost 19. Also the A-levels line, because I did A-levels. I'm excited to see what she does next, and I really do enjoy this record as well. They're all just super short. The longest song on this record is 2.5 minutes. And the shortest is 1 minute and 13, which is like nuts. So there's a 10-song album which is 19 minutes, which is so funny, but I guess this is the state of the music industry. Drive-By Lullabies by Quinn or Parker. It's a really great album. It's also very heavy, but like it bangs so hard. And I think she's releasing new music soon, which is like, you just dropped a 14-song album. It's crazy. But yeah, I love this album a lot too. It's really great. They're pensive bangers. By the time I get to Phoenix, I cannot recommend enough. Like, I feel like it's changing the landscape of music as a whole. So yeah, I really love that. Fishmonger by Underscores, again, please listen to that. Oh, Sling by Clairo is really good, but I feel like I don't need to advertise that. I've seen that on a lot of people's like tops. I did not listen to the new Instupendo album, which I will check out. Also, this album by Left at London, Tiapify or Tiapfi. The acronym means multiple things on the album, so this is just the album. Look it up. It's very good. It covers a lot of genres, so I think if you like music, you should check it out. I just forgot to mention it in the video. Oh yeah, I think that's it. My goodness, that's crazy. Okay, well, thank you dearly, kind viewer, for joining me and listening to me rant about music thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope talking about all these songs was cool for you. Maybe you saw some commonalities, maybe you saw some new music, and if you did, do either of those things, leave a comment, because I like comments and they're pretty cool, and I will respond to you because I am jobless, as my mom would say. Not a NEET anymore though, because I'm going to college. Oh yeah, since Apple Music doesn't make this cute little like graphic for rewind for the year, or replay I guess, I put my graphic design skills to the test and just made one myself, so I'll put that up on the screen right now. I hope you like it. I made the creative decision not to put just all Brockhampton songs in my top 5 so that there was a bit more variation, which is an advantage of knowing how to do some sort of graphic design. I also just put my link at the bottom instead of the Spotify Wrapped link. I do think this is fun. It's a great time to reflect on the year as it's coming to a close, and like music and statistics are a great way of doing that. And it's a fun sort of communal way to come together and show people what you've been listening to, and in my case, give me attention, which segues me nicely into my personal update section. So I have deliberately avoided addressing this until right now, but I promised I would upload a video about Squid Game on November 5th, and it has been over a month since then. However, I did not forget to actually make the video. I have been writing it pretty much ever since. However, doing college actually takes up a substantial amount of your time, which was not previously a concern with YouTube. Just dealing with college work, like I had a big project when I announced it and I thought it would take way less time, but I've made this video into such a gargantuan analysis of like Squid Game that like I want to see it through and give it like an honest and really sincere and noticeable amount of quality so that it can sort of stand on its two legs as this almost research paper in video form, which it is. It's just got like jokes about minions and salami in it, which you'll understand once you watch the video. My sincerest apologies to everyone like waiting for that. I really appreciate that you're excited for it, and I do feel really bad about like letting you down like this, but I feel like I've almost driven myself into like a creative paralysis with that video. So I thought doing this wrapped video would be good for my brain to just like get the juices flowing again for like how to make a video. I really like the script. I really like everything I've researched for it, and like if you've remotely encountered Squid Game in the past couple months, which I'm 99% sure that you have, I feel like you should just tune in when that drops, because it's just taking a while, but I think it's going to be really great. It's going to be like on par or better than my Tyler Gatsby video, which is sort of like my standard for video essays, since I've not done that many of them. I'm also really like proud of myself for coming this far in just a year. Like we passed 1 year of the channel last month, which I'm counting as 1 year based on the Markiplier video, because that's when I like really launched into doing channel stuff. It's insane that we've reached 100 subscribers in just a year, which like has been like a big milestone for a long time. So thank you every single one of you who has subscribed, and if you haven't, this might be a good time. It means the world to me. Like this is one of the things that I want to do the most with my life, and so it's very neat to see so many people sticking around for the ride. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support on the music and all the videos and everything. It's been like substantially more than I could have ever expected, and I don't just thank you for your support. It's really wonderful as the year winds down to just see how far I've come by myself. Not to say it's been completely by myself. Massive shout out to nottinghamreds, or Arush, my bestie. I pester him with a lot of video and creative ideas, and extremely grateful that he stuck with me through all that. Also to Arjo for starring in the first video and also contributing those amazing guitars to self-immolate and listening to everything, and also supporting me through all of this. It's been really great to have your support. Shout out to Benny for consistently inspiring some of my like most fun videos, and like everyone else who's all my friends, all my family. Like I am endlessly grateful for your support, and I am glad you've stuck with me so far and put up with my stuff. It's exciting to have like year 1 completed and embarking on year 2 of Arjeshh, which is just my name. And please do be excited for like new stuff, because I'm not necessarily winding down just because it's the end of the year. I'm really planning to have like obviously the Squid Game video, and then like very good new music, or like maybe a new song out early next year. Not an official announcement, but anyways, here's to 100 more subscribers. Actually no, 1,000 more. Actually no, 1,000,000 more in the next year. Arjeshh year 2 is gonna be much better than year 1, and you're gonna see much cooler content, even maybe even more creative content outside of the YouTube channel and the music. You will just have to wait and see, but it does have something to do with Jimmy, so keep an eye out for all that. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it so far to the actual end of the video, comment big bungus if you've made it this far. Leave a like on the video because that helps me. Please subscribe so that you can see all my other creative and cool and awesome stuff, and I will see you in the next one, which will hopefully be pretty soon. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.